Good afternoon. Welcome back to Jammer 360. My name's Billy. Today we are just driving across country. As you know, we've been on a trip for a few days. Happen to be stopping in Alliance, Nebraska to look at Carhenge. So what you see there is Carhenge. Carhenge is the creation of Jim Reinders. He had been a petroleum engineer in England for many years, and he came back home here to Alliance, Nebraska, and decided to make an homage to Stonehenge. Well, since there's no big slabs of rocks out here in the middle of nowhere in Nebraska, as you can see, it's very flat. What did he have? Cars. So he built the original one with 25 cars, and at first he had just any cars he could come by, but he slowly replaced any cars that weren't American made with American made cars. And if you can see the Pinto on top of here, there's a picture of him sitting on top of it in the Pinto before he had it all painted. So let's go take a closer look. Now it's supposed to be an exact replica of the Stonehenge, of how the stones are laying and where they're stacked, even having ones laying on the ground. And this is the inside. You can see some of these cars go back to the 50s. Now they do have a little gift shop over here. You can see it right back over there. And inside the gift shop, they had, you know me, magnets. So I got myself a magnet. Plus they have like a little concession stand you can get stuff in. Also, besides the Carhenge, he does have other sculptures out here throughout this whole little park. And let's go take a closer look at each thing. This one here is called the Spawning Salmon. You can see everything's made with car parts. And this is a dinosaur. So as I was telling you that he replaced any of the foreign cars he had on Stone or the Carhenge, he actually brought them over here, and they're actually buried up under here. And here is the tombstone for it. Here lies 3 bones of foreign cars. They served their purpose while Detroit slept. Now Detroit is awake and great. That's kind of neat. I have actually stopped here a couple times before. In fact, my girlfriend's mother lives here in this town. And this is the first time that I've actually come to the Carhenge where the little gift shop was open, so I was able to get the magnet. This here is known as the 3 bells. As you can see, there are actually bells inside. Huge wind chimes. And right over here, this is the 4 seasons. So you've got spring, and the big one is summer, and winter, and then fall, falling over. This thing's kind of cute. If a station wagon was a covered wagon. And to keep people from putting graffiti on everything, the sculptor out here actually put this car up to be the graffiti car. And it looks like they go over and they paint over it every so often, so there's more room so people can start writing on. Because I'm looking at most of this graffiti is dated in the past like 2 years. So that's basically the whole park. It's kind of small. The funny thing is, when he first built this thing, the town kind of had a fit. It's actually several miles outside of town, but man, they had a fit that this was just like some kind of trashy thing. What is this idiot doing out here putting a bunch of old cars? And they fought him. He actually had to go to court and fight this thing a couple of times. Well, I guess the city leaders, they finally figured out that people were coming here just to see this thing, and bringing commerce into the city. So now if you go on the outside of town, there's actually billboards that say, you know, Alliance, Nebraska, home of Carhenge, come and see it, you know. So it went from fighting him to embracing him, which I don't know why they fought him for so long, because this is actually a really neat thing.